All right, guys. So, literally the day after we recorded this podcast, like literally the next morning, the Pokemon Company announced Champion's Path. They put a fat Charizard V Max on the Elite Trainer box. We got all kinds of news regarding the holiday set. We still don't know anything about the Amazing Rares being there or not, but we have had that announced. That literally happened the day after we recorded this podcast. We didn't have time to redo the entire thing. So coming at you guys, I wanted to put this note in here so you guys didn't think we were just ignoring the Champion's Path news. We recorded this on a Wednesday night, and then Champion's Path went up the next morning. It got announced with all the crazy stuff. We have the Charizard full art that we said we weren't going to get is in the Elite Trainer box as the promo. They're teasing another Charizard V Max on the Elite Trainer box. All kinds of stuff has been kind of announced after the recording of this podcast. So for you guys, we've got a treat for you guys. We are going to go live this weekend. Follow the Bearded Trainer on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. We're going to be doing a live special version of this podcast, an additional one live on YouTube for you guys. It's going to be the first ever Gold Star Podcast live edition. It's going to be a special bonus episode of this weekend. We're going to talk all about Champion's Path, our thoughts on it, what we know, what we don't know, all kinds of stuff. So be on the lookout for that. Follow us on our socials. Links are always at CMyTCG and at Bearded Trainer 2. Follow us on that, and we'll be going live, and it's going to be great. We're going to hope to see all you guys there and hang out with you guys. You can ask us questions and stuff, and we'll have this conversation in person with you guys. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out for the Gold Star Podcast. It really does mean the world to us, and we will see you guys this weekend for the YouTube Live. What is up, guys? Welcome to the Gold Star Podcast, a podcast where we talk about all things collecting in terms of the Pokemon trading card game, investments, the market value, trends, things going on in the hobby, everything going on in Pokemon world. My name's Colin, CMoneyTCG. This is my man Austin, the Bearded Trainer. What is Austin? How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing great. So actually, I want to go ahead and start this episode off with letting people know that I do have an Instagram. It's linked below. I'm trying to grow on there because I've got a couple services that I do. So in order to try to boost things, I'm doing a giveaway. So my giveaway here is going to be this Battle Academy. And for people that don't know what Battle Academy is, it is a game that was just recently put out to teach you how to play the Pokemon card game. The cool thing about this box is it includes 3, and there'll be pictures to kind of show everything.
Yeah, I've got them on screen.
3 themed decks that it features the Raichu GX, the Charizard GX, and Mewtwo GX from Hidden Fates, and themed decks to go along with each one. So not only are you getting a cool product that teaches you, you're also getting a lot of very cool cards with it. So later on, we'll kind of go into more detail about how to enter this giveaway. But
go follow this man on the gram. Promise you won't regret it. We've got some fun stuff for you guys. There's really expensive cards selling, showing how healthy our hobby is, which is absolutely nuts. We got some Charizards to talk about. We got Darkness Ablaze, the cards that we finally know we are getting, and the ones that we know we aren't getting, and all that good stuff, what it means for various other sets, and all kinds of things. So let's jump right into it today, shall we? We're going to jump over here to this monitor where we have a BGS 9.5 first edition Charizard. This is the holy grail of our hobby. Scroll down here, you can get a few closer pictures of it. See, centering 9.5, corners 9.5, edges 10. Beckett 9.5 is the exact same as a PSA 10, and this card looks absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, this is the holy grail. Current bidding price. We are recording this on a Wednesday. Disclaimer there. This is going up on a Friday. We are recording on a Wednesday night. And current bidding price at time of recording is $100,800. So there's no telling what this is currently at whenever this is going up. But this is kind of insane. This would definitely be a record for this card by a mile. I know Leonhardt, and he followed him. His current one he was mentioning could be worth $55,000. Well, here you go. We're at $100,000, almost double that. Now we're gonna go here to the bids, and we're gonna talk about this for a little bit. Some of these could be fake bids. Some of them could not. We're going to preface that by we're not like total experts. I'm not going to claim that there's a bunch of fishy stuff going on. There could be, but we'll see when it kind of ends. But like you can see right here, this top one has 0 feedback. That is probably a fake bid.
Yep.
by an account that has no feedback, you can almost guarantee that's a fake bid. Below that, you've won at 22, and then you have 286, 1,825. So some of these are definitely legit. Some of them seem to be fake. This is pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it's not bad. The thing is, your number one cause of concern is the ones that don't have any feedback at all, and the ones that have very low feedback. It kind of just screams like fake account, new account. So
it's called shill bidding. Raising the price with fake accounts is to make people outbid you.
Not to discredit anybody. I mean, somebody could have been like, "Hey, I want to get in on this. I don't have an eBay account." Immediately made one and said, "Let me bid on it." But the chances of that actually happening are slim to none. Another thing that may catch your eye if you're not, knowing what to look for is you're like, well, this guy under the 103 or 100,300 bid is multiple bids of the same account.
Bids here.
Now, the thing is, the cause of concern would be like, okay, that's just somebody, bidding up the price. Well, not quite the case. What had happened was he probably went ahead and wanted to go ahead and outbid this guy at 57.5. But eBay will ask you what's your top bidding price. So that way, if you happen to step away or don't want to sit there and watch it, it's going to bid for you until it reaches your maximum bid of what you input. So that's the reason we're
70,000 here.
Yeah, that's the reason we're seeing multiple of the same account is because somebody was outbidding him and eBay was automatically bidding for him until it got to his max bid.
Appears to be 70, and this one about 15 feedback, that's a little questionable. 286 seems legit to me. Like I said, this is a PWCC auction. They are partnered with eBay. You see a lot of their auctions around here. I have heard whispers that PWCC does have some kind of stuff going on where they will outbid to drive the price. I don't know if that's true. I'm not going to speak that on them because I don't have facts to back that up or anything. But this is kind of nuts regardless. We will have to wait and see. Like, by the time this episode goes up, it should be about 3 days remaining. We'll have to see if this actually sells, if it gets paid for. It's kind of insane, though.
The crazy part is I just did a little more looking into it, which is crazy, which I need to not do as much because we'll be here forever. But if you scroll down a little bit to the guy that started his bid at 57.5, below that, it's the 242. So if you notice that guy, he started bidding quite a bit. He did the same thing where he put in a bid and had a max bid.
Right.
Now, if you scroll up towards the top, you have the 286 guy. That actually, I believe, is the same guy that was bidding before.
Yeah, so he might have
at the bottom. So the thing is, if you look, his reviews have gone up, which is a good indicator that he's an actual account and maybe had made some sales or did something to credit his count a little more. So that right there, I believe, is a legit bid.
Yeah, we'll just have to see if it actually sells and if it gets paid for. Regardless, this is very cool for the hobby because it means it's healthy. We'll jump over here. Another one that just sold $200,000 for a Pikachu card, a Illustrator card.
And this one is a legit sale. This is not a we'll see where it's at if it actually sells. Like, this is confirmed. House. A card, PSA 9, the Illustrator card. There's not very many in the world graded. Anyway, but the fact that this one is sold.
Koro is a massive magazine in Japan.
And the thing is, you know how many fantastic cars and houses you could buy for the amount of money that this card sold?
I know that's I'm closing on a house tomorrow after recording this, and this is selling like that's nuts. Like a piece of cardboard.
If you've ever questioned if this hobby is still going up and growing, there is another thing to confirm that yes, at this moment in time, we're still going up,
and we'll follow that. We'll hit what we saw that auction sell for next week, and see if we can dig up if it actually got paid, if it was a legit bid, all kinds of stuff. We can check into that. But today, the main thing with this episode is Darkness Ablaze. We do have what we believe to be the majority of the card list confirmed by PokeBeach, things we are getting, things we are not getting. There is no Hyper Rare Charizard. That is the big news this week. To much of our dismays, we will be the first ones to admit that we were wrong in our first episode. We both thought there'd be, along with many other people, but it's a little disappointing. It's a bummer. You saw a bunch of cases and stuff get canceled in pre-sales. A lot of people were bummed. The set still looks amazing. We do still get a V Max Charizard. We don't know what the pull rates are going to be yet. But we'll go ahead and jump over here again to the monitor. I'll jump over to PokeBeach. These are all cards that are excluded that seem to be included in our holiday set now. I'm a little bummed about this Gardevoir. That will be in the holiday set now, along with the Dreadnought, a couple of these hollows. Eternus V Max have been turned into the promo card for the box. Couple hollows and stuff here, but we'll scroll down here. We are not getting this beautiful Charizard full art with the pink background, and we are not getting the Charizard V Max. You can see here, before anyone asks, Japan's trophy promos were never going to be in the set. We said that. We said we probably weren't getting those. We thought we would still get a form of them. However, we have not. We will be getting this Charizard V, which looks absolutely sick with the fire coming from his claws and everything. And we'll be getting the Charizard V Max here, which is still a gorgeous card. This is the same one that was in the Japanese promo deck. That will be our Charizard. No, we still don't know what the pull rates are or anything like that. We can get a closer look at the English ones. I don't believe these are fake. These have been circulating around the internet. We don't really have reason to believe they are fakes.
A lot of the well-known distributors that we know personally are the ones that are sharing this, and they tend to,
this is the English ones. So this seems to be our first look at those, and you can also get a look right here on Facebook from Poke Beach. This is the Eternatus V Max card, which I think looks really freaking cool, actually, the hyper rare that. So yeah, that's kind of been the big news this week. It is a little disappointing that we're not getting our hyper rare Charizard that everyone was hoping for. Like I said, you did see a bunch of, like I saw Safari Zone and a handful of other distributors saying they were having boxes canceled left and right now. Rightfully so. I think a lot of people, including us, we learned a little bit of a lesson about pre-ordering. However, they did give us reason to believe there's going to be a hyper rare.
Yep, literally reason all the way up until today of this recording, and within less than 2 weeks of people who did pre-order to get their stuff in. So honestly, it was an honest mistake. However, we've learned maybe not to go all in on something, maybe kind of show a little bit and then see what comes, and then we go all in afterwards. But you got to look at the positives. We are getting 2 new Charizards.
Yes, we are, and they look great.
They're not never before seen, obviously. We've seen them, but at least that we are getting a very beautiful card, actually 2 beautiful cards that have the potential to possibly change into something else in the future, or we see types of cards that might be coming out. So the plus side is, I mean, it's a Charizard V Max.
There's some great cards too.
It's a V Max Charizard. It's a great card. Don't sleep on the other V Max cards that are out there. It's a good set.
We have the Scizor, we have the Butterfree, the Crobat. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. Lots of good cards still in the set. I think it is still going to be a fantastic set regardless, and we still get a Charizard. We were talking before the show. We're going to be really interested to see what the pull rates are. Most of the Charizard, the VMAX cards, you can open up 3 boxes and get the majority of the VMAXs in a set. That was the case with Rebel Clash and Sword and Shield. So it will be interesting to see if they raise or lower the pull rates of the Charizard or not. And that will, I think, widely determine the price of the card. I was speculating about $30 to $50 when the set drops for the card, but if it ends up being as common as most VMAXs, we've seen those go from anywhere to like $4 to $10. I don't think it's going to get that low because it is a Charizard, but we'll have to see what the pull rates are.
Yeah, I was going to say, even some of the other Charizards that are very common, like the Hidden Fates promo one, it's still going for a little more than, $10-15 raw if it's in good shape.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a Charizard card. It's going to hold its value. So, as far as collectors are concerned, we hope the pull rate is a lot harder for this card.
I do. I really do.
However, the Charizard V card, don't look to see that one being a high-priced card right out the gate.
Rare.
You're going to see
$5-10.
Yeah, you're going to see it show up quite a bit just for it being a V card. But if you're a Charizard collector, hey, guess what? You got 2 more Charizards you're going to add to your set. So that's a plus.
We can't talk about some of the other cards in the set. We have the Crobat and the Eternatus. We think are going to be the 2 high-dollar cards because from what we've been told, they are very busted in the competitive game, and we've seen the competitive market really influence the price of cards. Now, it doesn't hold its value as much over time. However,
it's a short investment.
Right, the metagame will determine price of cards. We've seen it with Boss's Orders recently with Rebel Clash. The Holo is still a $10 card. Zacian V was like $34 when it came out. Now it's down to $10 because they released the promo 10s for it. We saw it with Tapu Lele out of Guardians Rising. That was really busted in the game, and then it was way up there and went down. Shaman, they were saying that this new Crobat card is like a Shaman from Roaring Skies on steroids, and Shaman was at $50 forever.
Yep.
We've also seen it with Dedenne. That's another one that was big in the game. So
if you're looking to flip, make some money, those competitive cards that you see that are expensive out the gate,
sell them immediately.
Sell them. Like I always like to say, pull it, sleeve it, post it, forget about it. I've seen you do it tons of times. I follow you on your eBay.
Boss's order.
The moment Colin pulls a boss's orders, I think before he's even done recording, he's posting it on eBay.
Right.
And it sells within hours.
Yeah, they sell easily. So that
competitive especially players look to stack decks. So
especially when we start seeing kind of the events, with the pandemic coming back and stuff, I think you're going to see the market for these be very good. Like I said, it doesn't last forever. We saw the Zacian go from like 80 to 40 with the gold one, and from 30 to 10. ADP, Arceus Palkia, there's a handful of them that are prime examples of this. But the Crobat, the Eternatus will be big ones for sure. If you want to make a quick buck off some pools, those will be ones to look for. I said, as far as this Charizard as not getting a hyper rare, we were talking before the show, what does it mean for your Hidden Fates and your Burning Shadows? For those of you that are like sad that Hidden Fates is getting the reprint like I was, I don't think it's going to change that much now, because one of the big things was we thought Darkness Ablaze was finally going to overshadow Hidden Fates, make it finally take a back burner. That's not the case anymore. Nope. If anything, I think that you're going to see, we saw even the price of the Charizard during the last reprint keep going up, not down.
So very unusual.
Yes, it is. I think this reprint, they've said it's going to be small. Hopefully it is. I think you'll see it come and go really fast, and you're going to see those prices still standing well. If they decide to print it again, we'll have to revisit this, but I do think the prices of your Shiny Charizard and your Burning Shadows Rainbow Charizard are a lot more protected now. We'll have to see if they give us like a gold one or a rainbow one here. I don't think it'll be in the next holiday set. I think that's gonna be heavily focused around the amazing rares, but maybe in December or something like that.
Yep. So that's seriously one of the things that not to stress about. So those of you that are huge Burning Shadows fans and Hidden Fates guys, you're gonna be okay for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna see the price fluctuate very much on those Zards anymore.
No, not at all. If you're one of the lucky ones to even pull a decently shaped Burning Shadows,
yeah, exactly,
go for it, because they're hard to come by. It's already a hard card to pull, let alone find one that's in decent shape.
Exactly. Speaking of the amazing rares, we have seen those in person now. We've seen a lot of people opening those up recently. They look incredible. I am very excited for the holiday set. I think we are going to see a lot of hype around that here in the coming months or so. It comes out in September. I think you'll see a lot of the Darkness Ablaze hype. People that are bummed kind of shift their focus to that pretty quickly. The amazing rares, especially that like Rayquaza, Jirachi, Zacian, they look really good, guys. In person, pictures don't do them justice at all.
If you have not seen the videos of them, I would highly go check Leonhardt's channel and anybody else that has actually opened some of these.
Yeah, they
because
look
like
really
I said,
good.
Pictures don't do them justice at all.
They look great.
And the name Amazing Rare is very fitting because as far as the Japanese booster box goes, you get one per box. Yeah. Which means English set, when it comes out, you're probably looking what do you think the pull rate for those would be?
Well, we're not even getting booster boxes. That's the thing. Right. So yep. We're getting 10s, premium collections, like probably the Walmart boxes with the jumbo cards, stuff like that. So they are probably gonna be hard to pull.
So you're thinking like Charizard, Hidden Fates, some of the big hitters in the Hidden Fates type pull rates where.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see the price because I don't know if the popularity is going to be there quite as much, because they are gorgeous, but they're not shiny. Like that's kind of its own category with the hobby.
Correct.
But I think, like I said, the Jirachi I think is really good. That's like $100 in Japan right now. So I think we're going to see the prices up there for those. But we'll have to see what they do. The cool thing is,
Pokemart could be trying to do like a thing where it's testing the waters, kind of like you have your Shiny Volt for Hidden Fates.
Right.
No other set has a Shiny Volt, so they might see how the population reacts to these before they say, hey, here's about 60 to 70 cards of this as a complete set as its own within a set, because Hidden Fates was the first of its kind to introduce like an entire new set within a set.
Right.
That is a very rare thing to get.
Like a subset.
So it's kind of like testing the waters for it to see maybe what people's reaction is to it.
Yeah, so get excited for those. Like I said, Darkness Ablaze is still going to be a really cool set. I really do that. I think it, like, there's a lot of cool cards. Like I said, we showed them on the screen earlier. We got the Scizor, the Crobat. We'll get the Gardevoir in our holiday set. I don't think we're going to get the Tag Team All-Stars cards. I think it's going to be heavily focused around those amazing rare cards. So I really don't think we're going to see those, but they could surprise us. We also thought we were going to go Charizard, and we didn't. So we'll have to see with that. Like I said, I really think there's a chance of us getting like a December set, maybe. That has something really nice in it, whether it's a gold Charizard, that Charizard V art, like with the flames coming out of his claws and stuff, like that's gonna look really cool whenever they make a gold shiny version of it. Very cool, because that's kind of what they've done with kind of the Rillaboom, the Colossal that we're getting in this, the you know, the Zacian, the Berserker and Frostmoth. Like, it's gonna be shiny and black. I don't know when we'll get it. Maybe next year. I don't know.
Maybe,
but we'll get something eventually.
You can't sleep on it, because I've reassured people that yes, we can get mad short term that, you know, they hyped it up, it's not there.
We threw a pity party in my Discord.
You gotta think, Sword and Shield just came out. This is only the third set in Sword and Shield. Not to mention, like, they threw out Rebel Clash really quick right after that. Darkness Ablaze, I believe, definitely is, just looking off the cards that are in the set and the pictures of it, it's probably going to be the best out of the 3 sets.
Oh, absolutely. Still,
but look how many different sets were in Sword and Shield, or Sun and Moon. So we're only at the very beginning of Sword and Shield. So there are going to be plenty of chances at new cards coming out, new Charizards, you know, new types of cards. So we're only at the beginning. There's plenty more to come.
Right. I mean, we are still getting a Charizard that looks awesome. So I really hope they lower the pull rates for it and make it a little harder to pull than the others, but we'll have to see what exactly they do.
Honestly, not just one, we're getting 2. I actually really like the artwork of the V, even though it's going to be, I'm going to get tired of looking at it with the 6 cases I have to go through and the 36 booster boxes that I'm going to have. But it is a beautiful card.
Yes, it is. So, I mean, that's pretty much all we had for you today, guys. We wanted to talk about Darkness Ablaze. Like I said, that's been the big news. The crazy expensive cards. Next week, we're going to try to get... Actually, either next week or the week after, we're going to have a special guest. We're going to talk about investing and stuff a little bit more. Kind of more people who've entered the hobby that have just added more life and longevity to it and stuff like that. So, get excited for that as well. But get excited for Darkness Ablaze. It really is going to be a good set. As far as, I mean, you also get to keep the value of your shiny Charizard, stuff like that. But yeah, that's really all we had for you today, guys. So, I mean, thank you guys so much. Do you have anything else you want to talk about today, Austin?
Yep, I want to go ahead and plug this giveaway one more time. So if you missed it, there's also going to be pictures popped up. Battle Academy, if I hit 250 followers, one random person
follow this chosen. Man.
One random follower is going to be chosen. And how you do that is visit my Instagram down here, find the picture of the Battle Academy. The rules will be listed below, but as a quick caveat, you got to like, follow, and comment #GoldStarPod. And then once I hit 250 followers, I will announce whatever the next podcast that's showing up. I will pick the winner live, not necessarily live. It'll be pre-recorded, but it will be announced here on the Gold Star Pod, so you will be able to tune in and see who wins once I hit 250 followers.
That's gonna be awesome, man. Go give Austin a follow. You can also get your cards graded and all things like that from him. That's an awesome giveaway that you guys should definitely take advantage of. So thank you guys so much for checking this out. We really appreciate the support. I also hit 600 subs this past week, and I really appreciate the support. Oh, thank you. We're gonna be celebrating a little bit tomorrow, Charizard hunting with a bunch of various sets, so get excited for that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out the Gold Star Podcast. It means a lot to us, all the support on this. We love doing it. We love all of you, and we will catch you guys on the next episode. Later. Peace.